Well, good to see you, man. Where have you been all this time? We missed you.
I've been here, brother. I've been training, preparing. The thing is like all my potential opponents who I had, uh they kind of were running, or I don't know what was happening because the last year since May I've been ready to fight, but appeared that I had 1 year non-fight time from commission, which I didn't know that. And we found
Okay.
out in September end of August or September, something like this, last year. And after this, UFC gave me multiple fights, and I agreed on all of them. And unfortunately, all my opponents were pulling out from injuries. But
Yeah.
I'll be healthy, and this is the only guy who I'm fighting that he called me out and he agreed on the fight. The rest of them, nobody.
Yeah. So you actually got a year suspension after the Calvin Kattar fight. You didn't
Yep.
know.
I didn't know, yeah, and I've been crazy training and did my all of my surgeries in the beginning of the year because I fought that fight with broken hand, which people didn't know that. I had a broken chip in my elbow as well. Anyway, uh, main thing is I'm ready now. I'm
Yeah.
finally
Yeah.
happy, and yeah.
Yeah. So after a loss like that against Calvin Kattar, how was that period? Because obviously you had to recover from the broken hand and the elbow. Um, that at some point, sometimes it's good to take some time off to reassess and take the time to work on things you want to work on. But at some point, you want to get back in, right? You want to show what you learned. You're ready to go, and not getting a fight. I
Oh,
can
for
imagine that
sure.
sometimes it became very frustrating for you.
No, this time it was really frustrating for me because even after the 1 year suspension, I had a fight scheduled with Zombie, with Sodiq, a couple of times with Ortega. So all these fights were the good fights, and I was ready to jump in and come back, show the people what I was doing all this time, and finally, it's time, I can say.
Yeah. So now you're in Singapore this week. You're in the hotel, the fight hotel. So you get to do all the like this, the media obligations and signing the posters and the photo shoots and blah blah. And I can imagine maybe at some point if you do it a
Mhm.
lot, it becomes a drag and an obligation. But now, how is it now doing it again? It must feel like coming home again. Right?
Uh, it feels a little bit different because I see a lot of changes, a lot of changes in the five people, uh, fans. Uh, it's a bit of different. I can talk a lot after the fight because
Mm.
I don't care about nothing else till I step into the octagon this time. Uh, yeah, I had multiple other options of the medias as well, which I turned down most of them. Uh, I just want to fight, man. It's been a while. I just want to come back and show my performance, what I was doing, and show the people different myself. And then we're gonna talk a lot.
Okay, so you have a lot to tell.
I have a lot to say.
Okay, sounds intriguing. It sounds like a lot of is on your mind. A lot has been bothering you in the last year or so.
Um, Bothering me, much of just sitting and waiting for the fight. All these guys, now I see a lot of changes in the division as well. And when you have a spot and all the lights on you, and then just a one slip of in the fight, and everything turns around and changes, it's definitely frustrating. But I used this time in a positive way for me. I upgraded my game. So I feel like I was in a chaos before chaos with all the quick. What was it like? In 2 years, I almost fight for title, right? So yeah, everything was coming up very quick. And last few fights, I was knocking the people out. And after that fight, I kind of realized that nothing to rush. I'm still there. I'm taking my moment. And once I'm gonna step in an octagon, you guys gonna see me different, Giga.
Different Giga, different how?
I feel like more mature and more confident in himself, and I never had limits in my extremalness, so I'm still the same guy, but I'll be holding myself a bit more, no rush in anything, because I see a lot of progress in my game, and yeah, just let's see what I'm gonna represent, right?
Okay, but you're not gonna come out shoot straight for the double leg, right?
Who knows? I'm not shooting anything besides my kicks and punches, If they want a double leg, I can always do that too, but I don't think that's an entertaining fight. So that's not my style. It's not the way people know me.
No. But the Giga kick is still here, eh?
Giga kick 2.0.
I can't wait to see that, brother. So, what mentality are you coming into this fight? Because before, like you said, you racked up a couple of wins, couple of good knockouts. You had some hype behind you, where you were like on this steady course, maybe towards a title fight or a top three fight, or whatever. Now you've been away for a year. You feel like you have to start to prove yourself all over again, or you just want to continue where you left off? What mentality do you have about this?
So far, I have Alex Caceres to beat, and that's what I'm going to do. All my concentration is on all my lights, all my vision is on him. I don't care honestly, like what was he ranked, because I was struggling to finding opponents, and he was the only one who called me out and the only one who agreed to fight. And definitely, I have plans. I have uh, I have a same plan. No, nothing changed. I don't think this fight, even what I showed in my last fight, puts me in a wrong position, because when I watched my beginning of the round, beginning of the fight was totally different start, and plus even the whole fight round when I watch it. I enjoyed this fight, and I feel like it was very competitive fight. Some people say this, some people say that. People always talk. I don't give a shit. First thing first, Caceres, and then we'll see. But I definitely have a plans in the future to cross over with Kelvin again and do my second season with him.
The Giga 2.0 style, yeah. What do you see? What do you see in this Caceres fight? How do you envision this fight to go?
Which one? First, the you mean with Caceres?
Yeah.
How I think it's gonna go. Uh, he's an interesting guy. He's in a chaos style wise. He's a little bit striker, a little bit grappling. He has. We'll see what he's gonna try. I've seen many of his fights because he has a library on UFC Fight Pass, and always comes different ways. So you can study this guy a lot, when you go to Fight Pass. He's a bunch of the footage from fighting with Southpaw to Orthodox, small guys, big guys, grapplers, strikers. So I feel like this guy's a striker to grapplers and grappler for strikers.
Yeah. So with you,
He's
he's going to
not
be
like
grappling.
he, I'm gonna be striker forever, right? Let's say some guys gonna be wrestler forever, some guys jiu-jitsu guys gonna be forever. This guy, when you go for striking, you're gonna try grappling, I believe. When you go and you are a good grappler, you're gonna try striking. So, all I can say today, I'm an MMA fighter. I'm not just a striker. I'm not just a kickboxer or karate fighter. I am surrounded with one of the best team. Trained Kings, you guys know. My wrestling is stand on the Cuban Olympian wrestler Michael Perez, and Chris Rodriguez joined as well for a long time already. And now the from Czechma Jiu-Jitsu, Leo Vieira helped me a lot in this camp, and I feel like I have one of the best team. And excited to come back and show you guys my new performance with 2.0.
Well, I'm happy you're back, man. We miss you. I missed the Giga kick. You're always exciting to watch when you fight, so it's good to have you back. One more thing I wanted to ask you, also in your division, the main event on Saturday between Max Holloway and Korean Zombie. Give us your thoughts on that real quick if you want.
I believe Max gonna pull this fight. Yeah. I feel like that should be my spot somewhere there in the one of them. But yeah, God knows he always has a plan. So all the best to both of these fighters. Definitely both of them one day they're gonna be on the wall of the Hall of Fame, and they are legends in the sport for sure, especially in this division. But as I say, I want to be there where they are standing, and I have to be somewhere in the middle. That's why I'm in Singapore. That's why I took this fight. But as again I said it before, my concentration right now at this moment was Caceres and the EDs.
Gotcha. Well, I'll leave you with that then. I'll leave you to go prepare and get ready for this fight. Your first fight in a year and a half almost. That's incredible. So it's great to have you back, man. And I can't wait to watch you throw down again on Saturday. It's going to be a great pleasure, I'm sure.
Thank you, Dennis. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, or all my fans in Netherlands. I love you. I miss you guys, all my friends, coaches, teammates. It's been a while, and I'm planning to come this year in Amsterdam. So hopefully I'll have a chance to visit everybody there.